President Mahama again. We stayed in Cape Coast for 3 days. On Sunday, they came to Commander and picked us and brought us back to. So it could have happened to any of
ability on them. The call has come from Kenashigbe and then his group, the One Ghana movement and the like, that chiefs and then the police commanders in these areas that the Galamsey is endemic, should be held to account. We need to see a stronger fight, from the state. I'm not saying that the state is not doing it. They are doing. Yes, I have spoken to Amabua just a short while ago. We spoke to him and he said that nothing is going to deter him. We can only support him and even on our own also do the best. But I think that this is one of the gruesome deaths that has shaken the country to the core. For me, what is relevant, what remains key is the assistance that is going to be going to the family. Look at the young kids, look at their wives, look at the children that they have left behind. Who is going to take care of them? Fortunately, the president has made some commitment. Some individuals have also made commitment. Organizations or institutions are also making commitment. But he is called for the public to join because it needs to be taken care of.
Right.
And it is also instrumental to know that these 6 individuals.
And you can clearly see now we're at the military cemetery. The team has gotten there. The cortege ready, and we will connect now to Godwin Asediba, who is a man, our ears and eyes and boots on the ground, to give us full detail of what's really pertaining now at the military cemetery at Tseaddo. Osha? This is the cemetery. The President of the Republic, John.
It's all about to end here. I'm sure you've seen how we brought you the update from the Black Star Square, where we witnessed His Excellency John Dramani Mahama update us on arrangements so far, and also telling families to be strong as far as this particular issue is concerned. Just as you've seen the red mat that has been laid, this will be the exact spot that will be welcoming the dignitaries who will be walking into this particular premises, which goes far behind my cameraman, where we see reef stands that will soon be welcoming families who will be laying reefs in honor of these 6 individuals who are going to be laid to rest. Earlier, I've been able to witness from both ends of the places where these individuals are going to be buried. Far from my left side will be the military section, where the 3 individuals who belong to the military are going to be buried. On the other side as well, which is the memorial section, will hold the individuals, including the defense minister as well. So these people are going to be buried in different places, and just as they hold higher positions, they're going to be honored in that section as well, just to give them honor and also keep their name as far as their dignity is concerned as well. We are expecting the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who definitely will be arriving here shortly before everything will get to start. Earlier, we've witnessed other dignitaries who have been able to walk into the premises. Now, before I describe what is even happening here today, it is important to note that, a lot of things has already taken place. On Sunday, the 2 Muslim individuals, including Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Mutala, who was the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, and Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, who was the Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, were all laid to rest here according to the Islamic traditions, which we brought you updates. We can also recall that the Janaza prayers were read at the forecourt of the State House earlier, even before they were being brought here into the cemetery, and before the burial process, which was done privately, took place. Unfortunately, we're unable to get all of that as per the regulations by the Islamic rules. But at this point, where we are all anticipating the arrivals of not just family members or colleagues, we know that friends, including a lot more people will be coming in here to give their last honor to these individuals who will soon be laid down in a very respectful manner into their graves that I can see from afar at the moment, draped in the Ghana flag, which is the red, gold, green and black, and respectfully before they will finally be buried and usher their souls into the heavens, which is really important. Currently here, the atmosphere is just filled with grief to the heavens, which is really important. Currently here, the atmosphere is just filled with grief and sorrows from the faces of families and other individuals who are present here at the military premises whilst they await for the entire process to start. Today we know that the focus will be on the 6 remaining men whose coffins will soon be arriving here at the cemetery premises. We also know that, like I was indicating, the 3 adjacent graves have been prepared at the military section for the people who work with the force, in the person of squadron leader Peter Bafemi Anala, who we know is a seasoned pilots in the Ghana Air Force, who was respected for his skilled leadership in the cockpit and years of service. Also, Flying Officer Menin Chum Ampedu, who we know is a promising young officer whose colleagues speak of his professionalism and how dedicated he was to his work as well. Also, Sergeant Ernest Adomansa, who is a long-serving crewman, steadiness and commitment to his unit. They will all be buried at one place, and just like being laid to rest, they will be done. They will be able to be ushered onto the spiritual realm peacefully in a very dignified manner. I've just received some statements from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who earlier spoke at the Independence Square. Where he has peacefully in a very dignified manner. I've just received some statements from His Excellency. It's basically just being a very somber and busy moment here, where the military, together with police officials, are trying to ensure that things are being done rightly whilst they await the arrival of all the dignitaries who will ensure that this program will run to its end with dignity and professionalism. So at the moment, you can only see people having interactions, mostly, adorned in their black attire to signify that they are mourning in this very important day, which the entire country obviously is watching and is aware of. So yes, we know that the day began at the Black Star Square, where the nation gathered to pay its last respect. Flags flew at half-mast, and the air, obviously, like I've indicated, is heavy with a sound of solemn military music at the moment, just like you can experience in the background. I'm sure you can hear. Families at the moment, those who have been able to arrive here, are sat in sorrow. They are also joined by highest officers. People who hold positions and higher officers, if I should say. We know that a lot of people will be arriving here, as we have been told by the people around. The Speaker of Parliament, we have been told, is expected to be around here to coordinate and ensure that things will get to happen peacefully as well. Also, it will be very much important that, again, I run you through what has already happened. Before today's state funeral began, 2 of the 8, which is Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Mutala, who is the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Alhaji Muniru Limuna Mohammed, who is the former Deputy National Security Coordinator, were all laid to rest in accordance with the military and Islamic rites, side by side as they journey together to the heavens, if I should say. Also, we know that on Sunday, August 10, was when the Janaza prayers were held and performed at the forecourt of the State House before they were finally moved in here to the military cemetery. We know that the chief imam was here, where they had verses from the Holy Quran, where it was recited to the hearing of everyone, including those who were watching us on television and also listening on radio as well, and on the online portals as well. Also, at the graveyard, we had people who led prayers from the Christian territory. Family members and dignitaries also took their turns to sprinkle a handful of soil into the graves before the pallbearers were able to lower the bodies side by side, just to be able to honor them as they journey finally into the realm. So at this point, I will soon be handing over to Portia and Johnny, who are in studio coordinating and ensuring that everything is done and being done perfectly. But just before we go, we have been told that the heirs are already on their way heading towards here at the military cemetery, and once they arrive, everything will begin here at the cemetery. At the moment, I've witnessed a lot of dignitaries, like I've mentioned, who have already arrived at the scene here, and we're expecting a lot more people who are coming. A lot of the empty chairs here are already occupied and people are ready. And just as you can see or hear the solemn music on the background, it has, painted a mood here and also made it has journeyed people into a mood that is just really somber, as they're trying to come to terms with the fact that this rather unfortunate incident has either happened to one of their family members or colleagues. So at this point, I'll throw it over to Portia Gabo and Johnny Hughes, who are in studio, and I will stand by to bring you the details subsequently as they unfold. My name is Godwin Asedeba.
Thank you so much, Godwin Asedeba, for that update. But at the graveside, there will be the procession by the burial party. Then there'll be scripture sentences. Then hymn number 5 from the Methodist hymn book, 948, with the song Abide With Me, Fast Falls the Evening Tide, written in 1847 by Scottish Anglican cleric with the name Henry Light, and it is also a favorite at many burial services across the country and also worldwide. Then there will be